right into our superlatives. Jared in the comments pointed out that would probably make way more sense than hopping back and forth. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's kick it off. Danny, we're going to start it off with our locks of the week. So these are spread bets, over-unders that we absolutely love this week. I love the Seattle Seahawks Cincinnati Bengals game to go over 44.5. The line has since moved to 45.5, I believe. So I'm not quite getting that much steam on the over, but I do really like that game to potentially shoot out. The Bengals look like they were back this past week. I think the Seattle Seahawks can put up points. They haven't really been challenged yet, the Seahawks. They've been able to run against most teams. They haven't really had a game where they've had to throw a ton. So I think if you guys have Metcalf and Lockett, this should be a good game environment for them. So what's your lock here?
Yeah, so transitioning to my lock of the week, we actually have the San Francisco 49ers being minus 9.5 on the road against the Cleveland Browns. And I understand this may seem like a sucker's bet to some because, obviously the big news, Deshaun Watson's going to be out for this game, PJ Walker, like there's going to be a lot of steam on people talking about, the 49ers just blowing out the Browns. But like the way I think about it is, how are the Browns going to contend within 10 points in the San Francisco 49ers team with PJ Walker at the helm? Like, I think like their best case scenario is a 24-14 type of game. Because realistically, like San Francisco's going to be able to move the ball on the other end. I understand Cleveland has a very, very good defense, but even if the San Francisco 49ers go under their implied points, I just have a hard time seeing how the Browns are going to be able to move the ball on the San Francisco defense.
Yeah, I think the only way you get there is if Purdy just turns the ball over. I would imagine like that's the only way you're getting close within 10 points, or if the Browns score on defense or special teams, probably. Cause like they're like, I'd be shocked if they scored 10 offensive points in this game, legitimately. Like I honestly do not think Amari Cooper is a must start player. I have him outside my top 35 receivers. I don't
He's
think
30 on the dot.
There's no way I'm throwing Elijah Moore into my lineup, and Jerome Ford, same thing. Like if you have, the wide receiver 39 in my rankings right now versus Jerome Ford in your flex, like I would probably go with like 35 to 40 receivers over Jerome Ford.
Yeah, like, well, real talk for you, like Michael Wilson or Jerome Ford.
Oh, I would start Michael Wilson, dude.
So
honestly, like I like the workload that Ford gets, but like against that defense with PJ Walker, I think Joel Bitonio is not playing in that game as well. So, I mean, you're down offensive linemen, you're down your quarterback, and it's maybe the best defense in the league, if not one of the best defenses in the league. So let's transition into our underdog picks of the week, of course, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code FSE for 100% match back. Still up to $500 for a limited time right now. The Bucks money line is the one that I'm taking. Shocker, against the Detroit Lions. We are 3-point home underdogs. I mean, we don't always play the best at home. So I think that the Bucks probably have one of the worst home field advantages in the league, to be honest. But I will say, I do think that they're a competitive team, and I don't think they're going to lay down to anybody. I think their defense is going to give the Lions offense some problems. I think they match well up against them. I think we have the safeties and the linebackers to cover Laporta. I think that St. Brown, the way that we blitz all the time, he's going to be like a hot read all the time, but I think it's possible that we can jump some of those routes, maybe get some interceptions and some turnovers off of Jared Goff. So I do actually like the Bucks money line straight up versus the Lions. And ironically, that was the lock of the week for Spicy Hot, was them just covering the spread at +3, but I actually like them straight up if you guys are going to bet that game, because they're home underdogs, so is also usually a good call as well.
It's funny because when I hopped on my sheet, so the three that we have here were the three that I was actually considering taking. So my actual underdog pick of the week is actually going to be the Seattle Seahawks money line on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals this week. They're +3 right now. Seahawks are playing good football. Devon Witherspoon, of course, has been one of the best performing young DBs in the entire NFL. I think these are very evenly matched teams. So obviously the home field factor is going to give, the Bengals a 3-point leeway, but like the Seahawks are a good team, man. Geno Smith can go out there. He's got the weapons to be able to compete toe for toe with this Bengals offense. And I mean, yes, the Bengals look better against the Arizona Cardinals, but we do have 4 weeks of a sample of them just not looking like a good team. And against the Seattle Seahawks, if they play like any of those games in those first 4, rather than the 5th game they played against the Arizona Cardinals, they're going to have a tough time, man. The Seattle Seahawks team is for real.
Also, I just want to bet, by the way, because there was a FanDuel boosted bet on Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, both rushing for 50 rushing yards, and Lamar just hit 50 just now. So love to see that. And then, okay, let's go into our going nuts picks, of course, presented by Manscaped. Some guys that we think are going to go nuts today. They need to get 20 plus PPR points. So you guys, if you're, familiar with this, you guys know the drill. How bold are these takes that we're throwing out there? You guys are going to hear something that I never thought I would say coming out of my mouth here. Joe Mixon is my going nuts pick of the week. This stinks of 22 carries for 47 yards,
2 touchdowns,
4 catches for 15 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the type of game we're getting out of Joe Mixon today. So I think that Joe Mixon is going nuts. I think he's going for over 20 plus PPR points. Again, if you think that's not not a bold take, that's a 1-pointer. If you think it's a medium spicy take, it's 2. And if I'm lighting up the Scovilles, then you think that's a spicy take there, then that would be a 3-pointer. So what are you thinking, Danny?
Yeah, it sounds like a 2 to me. RB2 range, obviously good offense, but at the end of the day, it is Joe Mixon. So I think 2 there, but we'll see what the chat says. My going nuts pick of the week is going to be Jordan Addison going to play the Chicago Bears this week. Obviously, big time news. Justin Jefferson heading to the IR with his hamstring injury. The big thing with Jordan Addison is we've seen his snaps go up each and every week. Prior to, I think 2 weeks ago was the big anomaly, but other than that game, we've seen him peak this past week at 75% of the snaps. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's going to be out of this game. He's going to be working in 2 wide receiver sets. And I mean, Jordan Addison, from a EPA standpoint, from a target involvement standpoint, when he's on the field, he commands targets in this offense. Got 9 targets on his 75% of the snaps that he played last week. I just think against the Chicago Bears defense with a full route tree, with a full snap participation, I think he's got the opportunity to get 11 plus, 12 plus targets and be arguably the most boom wide receiver of the week. Like, he was my start of the week in my wide receiver rankings. He's my wide receiver 15 this week. I know that's a little bit spicy based off, the sample size of some guys around him, but like, this is the prime smash matchup. If you have Jordan Addison and you are not starting him in your lineup this week, when are you ever going to start him?
Yeah, literally. And I actually forgot to do my start of the week during the video. I realized it after, but Joe Mixon actually would have been my start of the week. Yeah. So yeah, he was another guy there. Of course, spicy going with Josh Downs as well. So if you guys,
Addison's getting a 1?
Addison's getting a 1.
Ow. Ow.
Okay, well, give Spicy a rating too. He's going with Josh Downs, which in my opinion is a 3-pointer.
Yeah, so that's a 3-pointer.
And then also Spicy took Chicago money line as his underdog pick of the week, which was going to be my pick actually. If he didn't pick that, I was going to pick that as well because Chicago's home there. Okay, patting for Lamar there.
Real quick, you guys are psychos for giving Addison a 1.
Yeah, well, hey, that's the rules, Danny. Chat decides. We do not.
Sure.
I got a 3-pointer for Mostert, which was completely. I thought I should have gotten 2 for that. I thought I should have gotten 2 for that. But
you're getting juiced, and I'm getting hoed by these ratings, man.
Yeah, and then the Dolphins proceeded to score 70 points when I got a 3-pointer for Mostert. So safe play of the week. Let's close it out here. Of course, presented by Aura. DJ Moore against the Minnesota Vikings is the easiest safe play of the week here. I think the Vikings secondary is probably the worst in the entire league, give or take, and DJ Moore has been on fire. I don't think he's going to necessarily have a fucking 200-yard a game again and 3 touchdowns. But I think, safe play of the week, the way we get a point for this is, do they finish inside the top 24 at their position? I think there's no way that DJ Moore is not a wide receiver 2 or better this week.
Yeah, no, I like that pick as well. I honestly thought about taking DJ Moore, but I want to get a little bit spicier. I went with Christian Kirk versus the Indianapolis Colts. DJ Moore is the wide receiver 6 on the season. I agree that he is probably safe, locked in for a top 15 outlook. Christian Kirk, he's been performing well. Zay Jones out for this game. We saw that realistically every single game since he upped in his snap share since week 1, 63% of the snaps in week 1. Since then, Christian Kirk has been the automatic 10-plus target, solid wide receiver 2, and I expect that to continue this week against Indianapolis when, of course, he's not playing sub 70% of the snaps.
Yeah, for sure. And then Spicy's going with Alvin Kamara there against Houston. So updated records, locks of the week. I'm 3-2. Danny's 3-2. Spicy's 2-3. Underdog picks of the week. I am 2-3, but I did get an extra point because I picked a touchdown underdog to win in the Houston Texans a couple weeks ago. 1-4 for Danny, not doing great on his underdog picks of the week. But these are, if you're hitting 50% on underdogs, that's pretty good. And then 2-3 for Spicy as well. Going nuts picks of the week. I'm 1-4 with 4 major injuries on the players that I've picked: Mike Williams, Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins, and somebody else. Can't remember who it was. So I need to just, unfortunately, for those of you guys that have Joe Mixon, you need to be clenching your butts a little bit this week because I'm the injury master. Apparently, when I pick them to go nuts, they get injured. And then Danny's 4-1 on his going nuts picks, which is crazy, with 9 points as well. So definitely doing really good on those. And then Spicy is 2-3 with 5 points. I only have 3 points because you guys graciously gave me a 3-pointer on Raheem Mostert when I actually did hit one.
Insanity.
And then safe plays of the week, we are all 2-3. So we are locked up in that area there. So we can get right into the questions now. I think we should be able to skip ahead now and get to the questions. And now we don't have to hop around. We don't have to jump around. I think this made more sense.
And on the way, we're going to be giving up some bets. So far for our season bets, we're currently tied at 9, and we have one hanging rest of season bet between Watson and Olave. So hopefully things don't go completely south on me because, the median projection Olave should be higher than Watson rest of the season, but I mean, Watson is also the type of player that can just break a slate open. So I'm kind of worried about that.
Definitely. So, of course, and now that we're getting into the question, of course, Spicy gives us the PSA, only comment your question one time, spamming only overloads the chat and you will be timed out. And of course, we'll get to less questions as a result of that because we're going to be hopping around. Maybe we'll answer a question twice or something like that and we won't notice. But the first guy in here leaving a Euro
appreciate that
super chat here. We got start 3. Hall, Debo, Higgins, London, and Osborne. I'm probably going to roll with Debo, Hall, and then I honestly. So where do you have Higgins ranked? Because I have him actually quite a bit lower than I probably should. But I'm worried that we're going to get a classic T Higgins running 15% of the snaps. So I actually probably go with the safe play of London here.
I have Higgins like I think as my wide receiver 30 on the dot. So I would.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 34 right now.
Higgins in London is close if you want to play it safe because he's dealing with ribs and there's the Zach Taylor factor where you can play 15% of the snaps and then just get taken off after the first quarter. That is a factor, but at the same time, it's like the Bengals offense finally looks good, and I kind of just want pieces of it.
That's fair.
So I probably lean Higgins, although again, like if it comes back to bite me because of course the snap share here. I don't know. I love London, but at the same time, I do think Atlanta also has their offensive concerns. So,
dude, we're playing against Derrick Henry in our FFPC team. I just realized
no
that.
Fucking
and Justin Tucker, who's nailing field goals.
God.
Field goals. Goals.
What's our lineup looking like this week? I actually didn't take a look at it.
We're playing Higgins. So, yeah, because we have to play him because A-Chain's down, and our next best option would have been like Elijah Moore, or like Justice Hill, probably. So,
I respect it.
Yeah, we had to go Higgins there, I think.
Yeah, especially over like Mingo and shit. I mean, yeah,
it was our best case scenario. It sucks that I didn't know we were playing against Derrick Henry because I have the over in this game, and I'm kind of just cheering for points in general, but I wouldn't have cheered for the Derrick Henry long 60-yard run and a touchdown that he has so far.
Yeah.
But DJ Kendrick here, full PPR, pick Josh Downs and Wandale, Elijah Moore, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Downs and Wan'Dale.
Downs and Wan'Dale, you're going.
Yeah.
Even with Tyrod?
Yeah. I mean,
I honestly which offense is more dysfunctional this week? The Patriots, the Browns, or the Giants?
Well, I mean, for starters,
which offense is the least dysfunctional? Sorry, should I say?
For starters, can you bet what would your bet be right now for Patriots snap share at quarterback this week?
I think that Mac will get benched if he's not playing well, which is what we've kind of heard so far. And Wan'Dale, if Tyrod's just going to check it down, which is probably what he's going to do, we could get 9 Wan'Dale targets, and he might only have 7 catches for 45 yards, but in a PPR league that you can stomach that. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now that being said, I actually have a little bit of a question for you now that Laporta is ready to play. I have a decision between Logan Thomas, so I would be double tight ending. It would be between Logan Thomas, Michael Wilson, and Wan'Dale Robinson for that last flex spot.
Also, sorry, real quick, Ryan Tannehill, I think they're getting a cart out for him right now.
Bro, his ankle's cooked.
And Malik Willis is playing. Sorry, I just read that news, so I wasn't paying attention. What was the question?
I was gonna say, so I have the option in my home league right now between double tight ending because Laporte is already my starter. He's going to play. Logan Thomas, who would be my second tight end, Michael Wilson, or Wan'Dale Robinson.
That's gross.
If Michael
probably
Wilson,
Logan Thomas, honestly.
That's what I was gonna say. If Michael Wilson's gonna get the snaps, but I'm worried because last week he only had 2 targets. But at the same time, it's Logan Thomas. If he's healthy, he should be able to command 7-8 targets in that game. And
yeah, and Howell seems to throw into him. He's getting good snap usage and stuff. I actually don't think that's outrageous. He's also he can catch touchdown and make you right there.
Also, big shout out. I was able to Marco bless me. He wasn't going to be playing Deontay Foreman because he has insane running back depth and wanted some young upside at the wide receiver position, obviously with Jerry Jeudy being in the rumor mill for trading. So I traded him Marvin Mims for Deontay Foreman. So I get, the immediate play with Foreman. He gets the upside there with Mims. He's 4-1 anyway. So he's in a good spot. But
sorry, is this in redraft or dynasty?
Redraft.
Okay. Yeah. Dynasty. I would take Mims for sure, but
for sure. I got our super chats, by the way. You can check the top of the chat.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's no, it's at the beginning. We start at the beginning, so I don't have anywhere to leave off on. Javon says Mike Thomas and Pacheco for Austin Eckler. I want Austin Eckler easily
all day
there. So
all day. Morning, boys. I have a wide receiver and a flex to set in a 10-team half PPR. I can pick 2 of Olave, Puka, Brees, Addison, and Waddle. As much as I love Addison, am I going nuts? He's probably last or second last of this group. Like,
yeah, I'm going Puka and Waddle
Puka
here.
and Waddle all day. Yeah, that is a like. Can you consolidate, man? Like that. I don't want to bench half those guys.
Classic. The second we see a good team, can you consolidate? Comment.
No, it's always gonna be my comment. JT and ARSB for James Cook and Jamar Chase.
No, I want JT and ARSB.
Yeah.
I think there's a minute difference between ARSB and Chase, to be honest. I think Amon-Ra's, you call me crazy all you want, dude. I think Amon-Ra has not had his eruption game, and it's coming. And it might be this week.
Okay, question for you. Without looking, how many targets do you think Jamar Chase has in the last 3 games?
Oh, he has a lot of targets, dude. Trust me. Did Jamar Chase be like the 5th overall player or the 4th overall player if we were redrafting right now? And Amon-Ra St. Brown would probably be 3 or 4 picks later. Like, we're not talking about a huge difference. There's a massive difference between Jonathan Taylor and James Cook.
I agree. And again, I would prefer the JT and ARSB side, but I don't think you're giving Chase enough credit. I think there's
I don't think you're giving St. Brown enough credit, to be
honest. I love Amon-Ra. I think he's a top 8 player, maybe the rest of the season. But at the same time, Jamar Chase, like, he's got the ability to just break a slate open any given week.
Also, why does Malik Willis look half decent right now?
Fair. As long as he gets Hopkins the ball, because I have him in a contending league.
I have no Hopkins anywhere. I think I maybe drafted him once in Best Ball Mania 4, and I do not roster him in any single league.
I have 1 share, but right now him and Lamar Jackson are kind of shit in the bed for me in that league.
Yeah. Trident says 4-1, JJ on IR. Should I pick up Downs, Wandale, or JSN? I can drop Algier, Najee, Charbonnet, Anthony Richardson, Judy, or Tank Dell. So Richardson, you can probably drop, to be honest. It sounds like he might have season-ending surgery. And Downs would be the first guy I would pick up. But honestly, I would also drop, if you're 4-1, I would be willing to drop one of Najee or Tank Dell or Algier for JSN as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Which one would you drop?
Probably Algier. Probably Algier.
I disagree. I think Algier is the highest upside of all. I think Tank Dell would be the guy that I actually drop. Maybe Najee too, because Najee's pretty shit. But name value wise, you might be able to trade him away.
Can you do a 2-for-1?
Najee, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if on most 12-team and 10-team leagues waiver wires, Najee Harris is there.
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah, no, that's fair. I would agree with you there, though. I'm 3-2, going to be 3-3 now. Probably. I got JJ. Not sure what to do with him. 12-team PPR. Stick it out, or should I try to trade him for?
I would trade him, honestly. If you guys have Jefferson, you're not in a position to hold him, and even if you are in a position to hold him, to be honest, like I'm pretty worried that he's going to get shut down. So I probably would try and trade him. And
I think he does get shut down, bro.
Like, what would you take for him? Like, if somebody offered you DJ Moore right now, would you take it?
Yes.
You would.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's like the line, though. Like, I probably don't want to trade him for like a wide receiver 3 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Brandon Ayuk, you're taking over him.
Oh, I would 100% take Brandon Ayuk over him. But like DJ Moore is my wide receiver 23 rest of the season. Ayuk is my wide receiver 13. So like, there's a pretty big difference between those two guys.
Fair.
Like, I would take Garrett Wilson, right? If somebody offered me Garrett Wilson, I would take him.
Deebo Samuel or
I would take Deebo Samuel in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
it's tough, man. I think Justin Jefferson, you got to treat him as like a low-end wide receiver 2, high-end wide receiver 3, like when it comes to trade value.
Yeah, no, I agree. Addison or Ayuk and Engram or Laporta. I have clear answers here, but I want to see what you say.
You would probably start Addison over Ayuk. I would not. I would start Ayuk.
I would. Game environment, man.
I don't care. I trust the 49ers. Don't care.
Yeah, I mean, Addison against the Chicago Bears, game environment implied over under, like everything.
Yeah, I think the process is probably there, but I just want to trust my great receiver on a great offense.
Lock it in.
Yeah, PPR. Let's do it. Write it down. Ayuk versus Addison, full PPR, and then Ingram or Laporta. I'm still going to start Laporta as well. I think. I don't think maybe if he's limited in something, like if we get 56% snap share of Sam Laporta, I wouldn't be totally shocked, but then he would be on par with 95% of the other tight ends in the league. He's still going to be like a top 6 tight end on that type of snap share
for sure. So I'll check the bottom. You get through the top comments, and we'll try to like rip as many as possible.
All right. Here's the goal. I'm going to set the goal here. We're going to make it to 12:05 p.m. by the end of this stream. So if you guys asked a question earlier, or like that early, we should be able to get to it. Let's see how far we can get. I'm going to set the conservative goal as 12:05 p.m.
Conservative. Let's just fucking dial in, focus in, and just rip these things. Let's go.
Favorite props, I actually put in our Discord that I like anytime touchdowns for Deontay Foreman, Jonathan Taylor, Chuba Hubbard, and Kenneth Walker. So those are some of my favorite props. I mean, I'm sure we would take the over on whatever Addison's prop is or his receptions prop as well. I also saw on Twitter that somebody said like Evan Ingram's receptions prop was like 3.5, which I also think is a good one as well. Of course, if you want to do some pick'ems, go to Underdog Fantasy, promo code FSE as always. Zach says
Damian Pierce
starting. No, 100%. Yeah, Pierce is who I'm starting here.
100%. I do not want to risk that. And
Yeah.
even if he's healthy and ready to go, man, he's still coming off.
I would still start Pierce over a healthy
Yeah.
Saquon tonight, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Nico or Addison, I'm starting Addison there.
Yeah,
Slightly.
all day. I love Nico, but I mean Addison, like I said, is my wide receiver 15 this week.
Yeah, in a PPR league, Smith or White in the
Devontae.
flex. I'm going Smith there, and then separate question, different league, Jonathan Taylor or Garrett
JT.
Wilson in the flex. So I would
JT.
probably take Wilson, to be honest.
JT, write it down.
Knowing that JT had 15% of the snaps this week, I think he'll get back to close to his full workload, but I actually trust Garrett Wilson to probably have like a good target share in PPR.
Write it down, Spicy.
Dallas defense or New Orleans defense? So Dallas defense against the Chargers on Monday night, New Orleans defense against Houston on the road, I think. As well, I think I'd probably go New Orleans defense. The Sharps are quite on the under in that game, and that Dallas Chargers game could shoot out, and I don't want to fuck with Justin Herbert.
I agree. Half PPR, potentially limited Laporta or Komet. Laporta all day. I don't even care if he's limited, man. Like, that offense is too good. He's still a great focal point of the offense. Gibbs is going to be out for this game. Like, even if he sees his snaps dwindle a little bit, like, it didn't really seem like the calf injury was like that significant from what we were saying, from what we were hearing. So I would still go with Laporta, top 5 level confidence. Pick 2, wait for Barkley or start Ahmed. Now, when you get to like Ahmed, I would just wait for Barkley. Because like,
I would rather start like if Barkley's out, I would rather start Breida than Ahmed.
Yeah, can you pick up Breida? Because I would do that. Sit Ridley, DJ Moore, or St. Brown.
Holy crap!
What is?
I'm sitting DJ Moore.
Same. I don't want to though.
Yeah.
Can you consolidate?
I mean, maybe if you're really risk averse, St. Brown's coming off of an injury and you wanted to like lean against him for that reason, or maybe you don't trust the Jags offense or something. But honestly, like, these guys are so close in my rankings. St. Brown is the guy I have ranked highest though, so I would probably go St. Brown, Ridley, and then DJ Moore.
Can you consolidate?
Yeah, classic. Rank full PPR, Collins, Addison, and Hall. I mean, for this week or for rest of the season? For this week, I'll take Addison, Hall, Collins, but rest of the season, I would take Hall, Addison, Collins.
Yeah, I agree.
Hubbard or Downs, full PPR. I want Hubbard there, honestly. Like, he's such a good option this week. But I think Downs is a decent option as well in full PPR. Pick 2, half PPR, Godwin, Nico Collins, or Hollywood Brown. I think Collins is probably my first one here.
These guys are all in the same fucking range for me in my rankings. Let me see how I actually have them organized.
I have Godwin at 24, Hollywood at 23, and Nico. I actually have Nico the lowest out of this group.
I have it Brown, Collins, Godwin. But literally, we're talking about wide receiver 24, wide receiver 25, and wide receiver 27.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Marshawn against Collins now that I think about it. That's probably why I ranked him this low. I'll take Hollywood and Godwin, but I don't think that I think if you want to go for the better offensive plays, I think Godwin and Nico is fine as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little worried about the Cardinals this week.
I have Hollywood as my number 1 here first.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I personally would have Hollywood and Nico. But at the same time, Nico and Godwin are literally separated by 2 rankings. So if you want to play like safer because of the matchup with Marshawn, I don't hate it. But I just think with Tank Dell out, like, he's going to get so many fucking targets. It's unreal.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, and Godwin might see a decent amount of Brian Branch, who's been pretty good this year too. So
Brian Branch has been stud.
Yeah,
been a stud. We got one more super here, actually. I just noticed. Carlos, start 2, Brees, JT, K9. Welcome back, Dennis Mike. Appreciate that, Carlos. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was brutal dealing with that mic issue, but.
Was that on Thursday? Why does that feel like it was last Sunday morning?
Thursday. Remember, I just I gave up on it.
You were just dying.
Wait, we didn't even answer that, brother.
Oh, sorry. I'm literally trolling. I'm not touching my mouse.
Brees, JT, K9. I think I would have Brees and K9, knowing that
I would have Brees, K9 for sure. And then I would have Brees, I think, as the second guy here.
Yeah,
but
I would too.
If you don't trust Zach Wilson against the Eagles, which I don't blame you, then Jonathan Taylor's fine over Brees. I don't think that's outrageous.
Drop 1. Why do you have to drop? It's Marquise Brown, but why do you have to drop 1?
Yeah, what? This is a 16 league, bro.
Bro, can you just like package 2 of them together and like not have to drop 1?
Yeah, dude, take AJ Brown and Marquise Brown and go after Diggs or something if you can.
Fuck, for real, man. You have where we left off.
Yeah, what quarterbacks do you like this week for streaming quarterbacks for 6 point per passing touchdown? So I think Geno is probably my best, would be the best option, I would say, as as far as guys that are widely available. I think actually Stafford would be if he's widely available.
I think Dak might have gotten dropped in your league after the San Francisco game, and he's got literally the most prime matchup you can ask for against the Chargers this week. Highest over/under of the entire slate, 26 implied points. I think this is a get right spot for the Cowboys, and obviously, there's a little bit of fan bias mixed in there, but after what happened last week, like you have to have a bounce back on prime time, and I think they will. The Chargers defense
I don't mind Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, and CJ Stroud if those guys are available as well.
I actually don't hate your boy either. I don't hate Baker.
Yeah, I don't think Baker's a bad option. I don't think Howell's a bad option either if you want to go after him. But I would best options would be Stafford, Geno, Goff, in my opinion. Those would be the best options.
I have Dak in my top 15 as well. So if he's
I'm shocked.
Really?
I'm at 17. I'm not doing it with Dak until I see him throw the ball more than they're just simply running a
2013 offense. I get it.
They got to stop doing that before I trust Dak. And I'm pissed because Dak is my highest rostered quarterback in BBM4.
100%. Oh, well, dude, I made the reference. I don't know if it was on camera or if it was to a buddy or something, but the current McCarthy playbook is if you open up Madden 12 and you go to the coach suggestions and you just run what they tell you. Too. Yeah, that's who I told you that. That's basically what it's been, man.
Dude, what's up with the Cowboys just trying to recreate Jason Garrett every time they get a chance?
I don't know.
I still can't believe that you thought that Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer was going to make for an elite offense this year.
I thought what I was hearing is 70% of the offensive language would stay the same. It's just we would see more on the move type of occasions.
Right, but if I told you a different team, not the Cowboys, had Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy calling their plays, you probably would have said, I don't have high expectations for that.
I more so just trusted that they wouldn't do what they're doing right now, to be honest.
Yeah,
I thought it would keep maintain the basis of the offense with more sprinkled in possession type of calls, because we saw Kellen Moore last year kind of put the ball in harm's way at certain points, but in terms of his play calling. But I don't know. It was against the San Francisco 49ers, but I will say watching that game, Mike McCarthy, why are we
49ers have your number, bro? You guys get out.
They do. They do. And again, it probably was.
Was that a tush push with Mark Andrews? Anyways, Will says Ravens suck in the second half. By the way, Will's the one who always asks about my bets. I put them in the Discord. If you want to tail some parlays this week, I'll throw 5 or 10 minutes before kickoff, I'll throw them up on the screen if anybody wants to tail the parlays that I got.
Puka over JJ, Hawkinson and JJ for Puka and Ingram. I would take Puka over JJ rest of the season for sure.
Oh, 100%. Not even close.
You're doing Puka and Ingram for Hawkinson and JJ easily, right?
I would. Yeah, I think I would.
I would too.
I love good, man. Hawkinson's a great option rest of the season, but Ingram's pretty solid.
Is there realistically a big difference between Hawkinson and Ingram?
Yeah, there is. I think so.
You think so? I would say a tier, but tight end 3 or 4 versus
I think you're talking a 13, 14 point per game tight end versus a 10 to 12 point per game tight end.
Yeah, but at the same time,
tight end 6 versus tight end 2, probably.
I wouldn't have Hawkinson at 2.
I think dead ass. I'm not exaggerating here. I think TJ Hawkinson will outscore Mark Andrews rest of the season.
I'll take that rest of the season bet.
Gladly.
All right, lock it in. Spicy. Roll it in.
Without Jefferson, man, he could get absolutely peppered.
And then on the Ravens end, the only other
Andrews is also the Ravens are just running this weird offense right now.
Fair, but at the end of the day, I trust Lamar.
Every Ravens box score looks like every receiver has 30 yards. All 6 of their top receivers and their tight ends.
I trust Lamar, and at the end of the day, the only established wide receiver right now on the Ravens offense is literally their rookie. So
yeah, literally.
Real quick, K9, Kittle, Char for Bijan, Burrow, and Roshan.
Bijan side, yeah. I think
very easily.
Yeah. I think Roshan and Charbonnet. I would rather have Roshan rest of the season than Charbonnet, to be honest. And Burrow onesie for onesie is pretty fair swap there, I think, too.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, we got up there.
Flex Addison or James Cook? Give me Jordan Addison there, Rolando.
Addison.
He also says this too. Appreciate all work, fellas. Everyone like and subscribe. Shout out to Rolando. I don't think I've done more consultations with a single person than I've done with Rolando. He's a classic.
He's a beauty.
Would you drop Elijah Mitchell for Zach Charbonnet, Kendra Miller, or Antonio Gibson, or should I keep Mitchell rest of the season? I would rather have Charbonnet for sure. Yeah. And especially knowing that Mitchell's kind of hurt right now. But I will say highest upside option is probably Mitchell. I just think Charbonnet is a better option.
Yeah. Also, am I crazy here? 4th and inches. Why are we not going for it, Baltimore? They have 1 timeout left, and you can chew the clock down to a minute left.
Because I bet the over, Danny, and they're trying to screw me. That's why.
Got you. Yeah, why are we kicking a field goal with 4:16?
I mean,
when
of
Tennessee has
course,
one
too, we're
timeout?
playing against Justin Tucker on our FFPC team.
Oh, awesome. That's
it's another.
great.
He's got five
Field goals.
fucking pins right now, which is great.
Who's our kicker? McPherson?
No, Detroit
Patterson
kicker.
now. Yeah. Okay.
Mitchell Anderson says, pick one Waddle. I don't have to read the rest of the options. This Waddle.
Waddle.
Would you drop Hubbard for Downs?
No,
I'm not going to play Hubbard this week, and with a quarterback potentially out for the year, I want Downs, but I would rather have Hubbard right now, to be honest.
Well, dude, just hold Hubbard on your bench.
Like Sanders, I don't think this is a 1 week thing with Sanders, man. Like this could be
either.
Like he didn't practice at all this week, not once.
Dude, he's cooked. He's fried. Lemon chicken.
Yeah, I would rather have Hubbard. He's much higher up. As much as I like Downs, like his ceiling is like a wide receiver 3. Like he's like Hubbard could be like an rest of season RB2.
Yeah, I agree. We're good there. What time are we at, by the way? I feel like we're
11:42.
Not bad. Yeah, let's keep cooking.
PPR, Ramondre, Damian Pierce, or Zach Moss. Yeah, Pierce definitely for sure. What should I do with Jefferson? I think we answered Mo's question already, but yeah, we should probably trade him even if you're 4-1. I'm a little sketched out. Start one running back and one flex. B-Rob, Ramondre. I would go with Chuba and B-Rob.
Yeah, I agree.
Leo says, good morning, boys. PPR, Moss, Elijah, QJ, Dotson, Pitts, Michael Thomas, T. Pick one wide receiver and one flex. Do you get T in your lineup here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it, right?
It's T and Pitts, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it would probably be him and Pitts.
Yeah,
I mean, QJ is not startable. I think actually, to be honest, Michael Thomas might be the next best option after that.
Dude, I think it's between Thomas and Pitts for the call, by the way. By the way, if you guys are in the chat right now, make sure you ask your question once. I don't want to see the same question spammed over and over again. We're going in order.
Spicy will rip the wrench out on them.
Yeah, get that blue wrench, baby.
Dylan says, good morning, guys. What's going on? Metcalf or Hall at the flex PPR. Started Henry and Kyron Williams at running back and Brown and Ridley at wide receiver. Thanks for the Hall advice last week over Williams. Won me the week. Yeah, no problem there. I'm starting Metcalf for sure.
Yeah,
I probably would. I'd love to ride the wave with Hall, like Eagles front, man. I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, I agree.
This reeks of a 37-3 win for the Eagles, to be honest.
I think the Jets cover, man.
I think the Jets will get destroyed, dude, to be honest. I have the sense that they're going to get destroyed.
No, I forgot yesterday that Sauce and Reed were ruled out. So
yeah, that's fair. They have no corners, bro. This is going to be it's going to be stealing.
Yeah, it's fried chicken.
Minshew or Baker streamer with Deshaun out, one quarterback standard redraft. Baker, 100%.
Baker all day, baby.
Yeah. Good morning to the both of you. What's going on? Half PPR pick 3. Chase, Olave, Debo, Addison, Lockett. Thinking Addison over Debo because the game script this week.
I have it that way.
I mean, so
by far.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, we got a 36-point over-under in that Browns game, so I'm not really excited about that.
My answer is Chase, Olave, and Addison.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm going as well.
Yes, sir.
Start Jerome Ford or Chuba. Chuba not close.
Yeah, agreed.
Also, anyway, you play Kirk over. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would play Christian Kirk over Nico.
Kirk is the safest. 15.
He's the safe play of the week for Danny.
15 points. 10 targets, 8 catches for 75 yards. Like, just nice and steady.
This reeks of a Kirk and Ingram game and Ridley getting a disappointing stat line, to be honest. I don't know why.
I tried to buy low on Ridley with a guy who his tight ends right now are literally Burtman himself and Luke Musgrave. I tried to trade him Logan Thomas and Amari Cooper before the fucking Deshaun Watson news got rolled out. I sent this to him on Wednesday. Amari Cooper and Logan Thomas for Calvin Ridley. He responds 2 days later, says, Danny, buddy, I don't make trades.
I'm like, the hell is that? Also, man. I hate that I'm relying on this overhitting because I need Malik Willis to lead a touchdown drive of like 75 yards. Like, I think the over might be torched here.
Can he just start spraying balls to D-Hop, please?
I just need him to just run, man. It's all he's good at.
Oh, my God. What was that location on that pass? Did you see that out to fucking Kyle Phillips, bro?
Oh, I saw it.
What the fuck was that meatball?
Happy Sunday, fellas. Happy Sunday to all of you as well. Sunday. Tim says, start 2.5 PPR. Mari Cooper, London, Chuba, Deontay Foreman, Josh Downs. I can only start one running back max, he says. So for me, I'm going Chuba as the running back.
Yeah, they're back-to-back, but yeah.
Oh, I have Chuba a couple spots higher than Foreman.
Where do you have them ranked respectively?
I think I have Chuba at 20 and Foreman at 23.
I have Chuba at 20, Foreman at 21.
Yeah, sorry, I have Chuba at 18 actually, and Foreman at.
So you have him over B-Rob or Mix? No, you have Mixon higher.
I have him over JT, bro.
I have JT higher than both. That's
I have JT at 19. Like he's a good option still, but I'm a little worried about the workload still a little bit.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
And are you going Cooper over London and Downs here as the other option, or are you going with one of the other guys?
I'm going Cooper.
I would start London. I have London over Cooper.
They're close enough. I would go Cooper, but like I don't feel good about any of it.
Brett says Chuba Hubbard, Jerome Ford, Deontay Foreman. I personally would go Chuba as well.
Is there?
Pick one full PPR, McLaurin or KJ Osborne. I am going McLaurin, even despite the good matchup there for Osborne.
I'd probably agree.
By the Ayuk, way, Kirk, Nico, Garrett Wilson, and Godwin. This is a tough decision, dude. Ayuk, Kirk, and Wilson would probably be my answer.
I think I have Nico rated higher than Garrett Wilson. That's close. I think they're 25 and 26 respectively.
I think I have Garrett inside my top 24, but Nico and Godwin are like on the fringe there. So
I would go with the first three, personally.
Yeah, that's close though, man. That's really close.
It's very close.
Brees or Barkley? Brees, not close. I don't want to start Barkley. I wouldn't count on Barkley if you guys have him. What's going on? Elijah Moore or Wandale? Wandale probably, yeah.
If you don't mind me, what's the over-under for this game?
For the Ravens
38?
game?
38?
41.5.
Got to 41.5. Wow.
Yeah. I thought it was probably stupid. I don't know why my brain led me to take London game, which is usually low scoring, as a 41.5 point over-under for
the Ravens and the Titans.
Matt offenses. Like, I probably should have taken the under, to be honest.
Fair. But real quick, you know how this is going to end, right? I'm going to knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't end like this. The Titans are going to get in field goal range. They're going to say, oh, it's 24-13. We take the points here. We onside kick it. And we get the touchdown. Then the Ravens just recover the onside.
And what is that, 41 points?
40.
Great.
Are we going JT over Pierce full PPR? I have it ranked that way. I
have it ranked that way as well.
Yep.
There's the guy, Danny's glad is better. What is this?
There's a guy's glad Danny is better because last week I was sick.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Flex, Rashad White, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, or Dameon Pierce.
White.
Probably go White here, yeah. It's White or Wilson.
Where do I have White ranked, actually? Let me take a look. I actually have Rashad White lower.
Rashad White Pierce?
I probably got to raise him a little bit. So I'm adjusting him. He's going to be RB22 for me.
I have, for what it's worth, I have Pierce and Rashad White literally back-to-back. I have Pierce at 21 and I have Rashad White at 20.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta raise Pierce a little bit too. I had Madison higher than them, which I don't agree with. Yeah, I have Pierce 22, Rashad White 23 now. So that was a little adjustment I made on stream.
Yeah. Happy Sunday, boys. Should I go Kyle Pitts or Logan Thomas? I gotta look at higher.
That's what I mean, bro.
Same game.
Yeah. I have Pitts at 9, Thomas at 10.
Yeah, that's literally how I have it ranked too.
Who do you have at 8? Goddard?
Yep.
Komet at 7?
Yep.
Kittle at 6?
Ingram
at 5 I have. So I have them swapped. Laporta, Hawkinson, and then the Andrews and Kelsey.
I have Hawkinson at 2.
I mean, it's working out for you. Andrews is kind of having a meh game.
Dudsky.
Like 4 for 70. 4 for 70 still like, it's so funny because 4 for 70 you would pray any other tight end can get. And like when Andrews does it, you're like, I don't know. I kind of want a little bit more. Like,
can I just pose the question? Has Kyle Pitts really been that bad this year? Like, I know he hasn't scored.
He was bad for a while. He was bad for a while. He was like the tight end 37 2 weeks ago.
It doesn't seem like it. I guess maybe because I'm in a half point per tight end first down league, and every catch he has is like 20 yards downfield, so it's always a first down catch.
Yeah, for real. But he only played 53% of the snaps this week, and he had 11 targets, bro. What the fuck?
Also, you know what was so irritating about this past week? The guy I played last week played Jonnu Smith. So we had Pitts and Jonnu both going up against each other.
Real talk, you already know that like Jonnu is just that guy the casuals absolutely love because he's oh my god, Tajay Spears, what the fuck's going on, bro?
Oh my god,
Superman. Oh my god.
I traded away a league winner, bro.
Bro, did you just see him go Superman right there?
Shout out to Tajay for getting inside the 5-yard line for me to have this over hit.
But so real quick though, Jonnu Smith is like the classic like 10-team like free league streaming tight end because the casuals just see he's been putting up some points.
Yeah, I need to check what my exposure on Best Ball Mania 4 was to Tajay because I'm pretty sure
dude, you remember how high I was on Tajay this offseason. I fucking loved him.
Yeah. My winnings say 1,000. Like I'm advancing 35% of my teams. That's ridiculous.
Not too shabby.
It's literally double expected. And I have 10% Tajay Spears also. So we'll take that.
What percent do I have Tajay? If you ended up with more than me, I'm gonna be upset because I literally
I haven't taken too many big L's so far. Like, I mean, the Greg Dulcich 20% is pretty bad, as is Chase Brown 18%. And like CeeDee Lamb's kind of screwing me at like 13% right now. But honestly, like the guys that you like probably should have avoided, like Najee and like Chubb, that are going to sink a lot of teams. Like I don't have a lot of those players. So
Spears 15%.
That's pretty good. That's a good one for you.
Yes, sir.
Is he going to get rewarded here? Are they going to give him the ball?
Hope so.
I feel like Malik Willis.
Malik's going to run this. Here. Oh my God. What the fuck was that, Malik? Can we get the ball out of our hands, man? It's first down.
Yeah, it's gross. Why are they letting him run also? Or why are they letting him drop back on first down? Literally hand the ball off 3 times.
Is Derrick Henry still playing or what?
Yeah, dude, literally, don't because we play against Derrick Henry. But
right, don't do that.
Hand it to Spears.
Put both in the backfield. Fake it to Henry. Get Spears on a wheel or some bullshit.
Yeah. Who would you prefer rest of the season, Karen Williams or Isaiah Pacheco? I would prefer Isaiah Pacheco.
Did you see his route participations this year versus last year, man?
It's crazy. Yeah,
he's running really like 17 routes a game now.
Yeah. It's wild
on the Chiefs offense.
Okay, so Derrick Henry's still not in the backfield, which is great.
This screams D-Hop. Oh my God. Malik take 2 sacks in a row.
Dude, this guy's so bad. How bad must Will Levis be to not be the second quarterback?
Vrabel's a fucking boomer coach, so I'm not shocked.
I get he's a boomer coach, but like there's no way he's like good.
Yeah, fair.
Right now.
Malik, what the fuck was that? Oh, PI. No.
Oh, no, that's a Derrick Henry 1-yard touchdown.
Spears for James Cook. Feel like Henry gets traded. I mean, who's trading for Henry? That's the question. I don't think anybody is.
Buffalo, maybe?
He's good for 2 long runs a game at this point, and then he's just mid the rest of the game. That's what he's been this all year.
Yeah, and he's also good for every single person on Twitter tweeting out vintage Derrick Henry the second he has a long run.
Brother, he has 12 for 97. He had like 70 of those on 1 carry.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would still take James Cook very easily. Yeah. Half PPR flex, one Olave, London,
Henry
Wilson.
Hurt, bro? Like, why is Spears in the backfield all these plays?
I'm not sure. Well, I mean, that's what I've been saying, bro. Dude, Henry doesn't get the snaps.
We can't really.
Can we just? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Why aren't they running the ball?
They just did with Malik Willis.
They're like burning more time trying to drop back than they are if they just ran it in.
For real. Your answer's Olave here, by the way, right? And then you're going with what do I have higher?
I'm going Lawrence in that quarterback discussion.
I want to see where I have them ranked. I have Lawrence higher. So yeah, Lawrence. Yeah, where we left off.
Yeah, was that a hold?
I don't know what's going on. This game's
Ertz or Waller PPR. I'll take Waller there, Mosh.
Yeah.
Hall or Gabe Davis half PPR. I'll take Hall, but that's actually relatively close.
I have Gabe Davis as like a top 30 option this week, and I think you make the argument it could be top 25.
The Bills might be over at halftime, but they might score 30 points in the first half. So
hopefully, for my sake, given my home league team, I mean, you actually don't even have the Allen Diggs stack anymore. I guess.
I still have Allen though.
Yeah, I hopefully for my sake the Allen Diggs stack goes.
And unfortunately, part of that trade that I traded away Diggs in, I had Spears in the trade, and he looks like a league winner at this moment.
He looks so good, bro.
Flex full PPR, T Higgins or James Cook.
Bro, get Malik out of the fucking game. The guy sucks.
Am I actually the over is about to torch because of Malik Willis?
Yeah, James Cook, by the way. Sorry,
I'm ass water.
Yeah, I'm just like watching this on this. What is this fucking offense, man?
How many sacks has this guy taken? Like, I feels like he's been sacked every play.
We had 1st and goal at the 1, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 20. How did that
Guy's
happen?
urine.
All right. Do you have where we left off?
Yeah. Brees or Puka at flex. I'm
Puka.
taking Puka, not even actually that close. Sat Pacheco for Kamara, right move. I had
wouldn't
the
have done that.
back-to-back in my rankings. I don't blame you for doing it, to be honest. But honestly, if this is the same league, I
think I have
still play both
Kamara.
guys.
I think I have Kamara higher, but
I mean, Pacheco didn't have that great of a game. He didn't score. Yeah, you called it. They're literally kicking it on 3rd and goal.
yeah, actually, I have Kamara higher. I have
are we
Kamara higher,
doing?
but
They kicked a field goal on 3rd and goal.
By the way, that reaction was probably just like my emotions watching this game. I actually do have Kamara higher, so I actually have it as the right move. I have Kamara 10.
3rd and goal. They just kicked a field goal. We were inside.
I told you exactly what was going to happen. Why are you shocked?
We were inside the 2-yard line.
I told you it was going to happen. Why are you shocked? I'm kidding.
I'm annoyed. I took the over in this game.
Yeah, that's a steamer.
Addison or Metcalf, half PPR.
I think I have Metcalf 1 spot higher.
Yeah,
but I love both. By the way, Mosh's team in Box Munchers, elite team.
Also, you guys need a new name for your league, man.
That's an epic name. Come on.
You guys are sick, man. London or Devontae Smith? I'll take Devontae Smith there. Full PPR, quarterback, flex, super flex. Okay, hold on. Super flex, Goff, Purdy. Okay, so if in the super flex, I'm going.
Just go with the 2 quarterbacks as your quarterback in super flex.
And then go with, but if this is 1 quarterback, I would start Goff over Purdy.
And then go with Addison as your other player.
Yeah, he said pick 3. Yeah, so quarterback, flex, super flex. Yeah, okay, I understand the question now. Nico or Ayuk? Nicholas, I'm going with Ayuk there.
Yes.
John says Dak or Cousins, 6 points, even match. Yeah, I would go Cousins as well.
I go Cousins until I see this Cowboys offense show that explosive.
That's a disgusting question. I go Kendrick Bourne, but I hate that.
Go Woods. Why?
Oh, I'd take Kendrick Bourne.
Really? Tank Dell out?
Oh, right. Yeah, Tank Dell is out. You're correct. Yeah, give me Woods.
Yeah. I was so shocked for a second.
I forgot he was out. Addison or Higgins, half PPR, favored to win.
Addison.
I would take Addison then, especially if you're free. I mean, I would take him anyway, but
yeah.
If you're worried about Laporta not playing, I'm fine going Ingram, but I think he's going to be fine, to be honest.
Same.
So I'd probably just go with Laporta.
I view it the same way, brother.
I love that we got flex to the afternoon slate, by the way.
You guys did?
Yeah, well, the Lions and Buccaneers game was in the 1 p.m. slate originally, but they flexed out. I think it was Eagles and Jets. No, Eagles and Jets is still in the 4 o'clock slate. Something was flexed out. I can't remember which one.
And then what's it called? My my game is just on Monday night, so I can just chill right now.
I can't believe I literally am about to torch here because this fucking Malik Willis dog shit.
Bro, can Emery Hunt actually shut the hell up on Twitter, man?
Who's Emery Hunt?
His F-ball game plan, whatever. He's got like 34,000 followers or whatever on Twitter. Ravens really got the best quarterback in the 2018 class at pick 32. Like, come on, man. I love Lamar Jackson more than the next guy, but you cannot tell me he's better than Josh Allen. Can we fuck off? Like, can we fuck off?
Dude, I think... So let me have this conversation with you really fast. We're going to sidebar this. Malik Willis is this bad.
How bad is Will Levis?
That can't give us confidence about Will Levis. He can't.
I don't know. It's the fucking Titans. I don't know.
Like, he might be bad also. Like, really bad.
He very well probably is bad. He very well probably is.
Like, Malik Willis came into the game and literally just took like 5 sacks and just lost them the game.
The way you fucking contextualize that makes me realize how fucking awful he is.
All he did was throw a ball to Tajay Spears, and he just made like 7 guys miss.
All he did was dump it off on one play and take 5 other sacks.
That's how to directly int your league right there.
Sorry.
Keenan Allen or Kyron Williams, full PPR. Keenan Allen.
Keenan.
You don't sit him in full PPR.
Yeah, you don't sit Keenan.
Laporta or Ingram. I'm starting Laporta still.
Laporta.
Higgins or Downs. I would still go Higgins here.
Yes, sir.
Olave, I would play. So a lot of Higgins questions.
I go Higgins.
I would go Higgins over Palmer as well.
Yep.
Jared says Mixon sucks. 3
Agreed.
No, it's I got
not with the 3 points. Yeah, I mean,
Ramondre or Hubbard PPR. I'm gonna take Hubbard there as well. Ben, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. What's good, boys? Ruined by the bye week and injuries. Need a flex. Kenneth Gainwell, Jamison Williams, or Craig Reynolds. Yikes.
Real quick though, congratulations on your D-backs, man. Fucking 84 win baseball team, the lowest win total of any team coming into the playoffs, and they're making it to the NLCS, beating the Dodgers. So, shout out to your D-backs, man. That's good for you. In terms of the Cardinals, man, like I think the Rams are going to win, but at the same time, dude, like you guys are the type of team that I think that can hang in close and maybe, walk off on a field goal in this game. Like the Cardinals seem to me, it's so weird because during the coaching cycle, people were like, oh, Gannon, whatever, he collapsed in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, this and that. But like he's building a real culture there. And the two offense coordinators, the two coordinators he hired have been fucking cooking for the Cardinals, man. Based on a talent standpoint versus the actual performance you've seen from them, like the Cardinals got to be one of the most like pleasantly shocking teams in the league.
I think we're gonna see that wear off. I think the Cardinals might start looking like they should have looked the whole time.
Maybe, but like I don't think they're gonna be a first pick quality team. Like I think they're probably gonna be in like the 6 to 8 pick range. Like also, you can't tell me they're worse than the Bears.
This question, by the way, probably JMO, right? Just for the upside.
Yeah.
Played 50% of the snaps or ran 50% of the routes in his first game back. Yeah. Not brutal. So I would say just upside that he catches a 75-yard touchdown, which is probably the only thing he can do.
Yeah, agreed. Sorry, I just got to point this out because it kind of made me laugh. Gavin. You got where we left off. By the way, apparently
standard flex one, Garrett Wilson, Josh Palmer, Keontae Ingram, anyone can help. I would take Garrett Wilson there.
Yeah. By the way, Spicy's saying that apparently the Browns and the Niners were beefing pregame.
That's funny.
Come on. Have we not learned our lesson? Like, why are we beefing the fucking 49ers? Because they're just going to go out and hang fucking.
Also, have we not learned our lesson about beefing the Browns? Myles Garrett will smack you with a helmet. Donald says Hall or Godwin in the flex PPR, looking for higher floor. The higher floor is Godwin for sure in PPR.
I'm going Hall regardless, man.
I'm going Hall too, but like I wouldn't be shocked if we get a pretty rough day from Breece Hall here.
Yeah, I mean, we want to say higher floor is Godwin, but at the same time, the higher floor is probably just the running back that's probably going to get 20 touches.
Right, but in PPR, Godwin's like guaranteed like 8 targets a game.
Evans is playing, right?
He is.
I mean, like that's also like to a degree, like
it's better for Godwin, to be honest.
Well, I was just gonna say like the Mike Evans, like decoy, hammy, like we've seen this fucking script before, but at the same time, I'm still going Hall. Yeah, how many times is Mike Evans just randomly going into a game with a hamstring injury, bro?
A lot.
Like I think like half his games in the last 5 years.
Game. I'll give him that.
He plays through the hammies. I respect it, but with that being said,
played through a hamstring injury like his whole life.
Every year,
I think.
Dude, he's a
Mike Evans has a perpetual hamstring injury.
By the way, Akash tweeted out, Will Levis somehow looks worse than Malik Willis in practice, ?
Yeah. Jay Fiasco. Nice last name there. That's awesome. Looking at Pearson, Hubbard, or Hubbard with Sanders ruled out, then got to pick. Okay, so I would go Hubbard with the first part of that question. Slightly. I like Pierce too, though. And then I'm going Ayuk for sure of that next group, as much as I like Nico and Thielen this week too.
I'm going Ayuk, but dude, like if Thielen has another week,
I wouldn't be shocked if Thielen outscored him.
Dog, like it sounds gross, so you might want.
We might have to start ranking Thielen as a top 20 receiver every week if he's
23 for me this week. He's 23 for me this week, and that feels low.
20 might be he might be a top 15 receiver every week for us if we keep doing that.
Dude, like you're looking at his involvement. He literally just looks like fucking Cooper Kupp on a terrible offense.
Yeah, literally. Like, Adam Thielen was the OG Cooper Kupp. Remember that year? He started off like 9 straight 100-yard games. Speaking of straight 100-yard games, by the way, Washington's number 1 receiver, Rome Odunze, and Oregon's number 1 wide receiver, Troy Franklin, have only 2 non-100-yard games this year between them. Each of them has only not had 100 yards once, and they played like 6 games each.
I cannot believe we've gotten here based on all the question marks we had on this wide receiver class coming into the year. But, dude, like the way the 2024 wide receiver class is
looking, wide receiver and running backs just completely switched places.
It's unreal, man. Keon Coleman, did you watch him yesterday too?
Unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable.
He's fucking insane.
What, did Neighbors have another 190 yards again too?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Roman Wilson scored another touchdown. He's like lower on, but like You're talking about Roman Wilson fucking having 7 touchdowns in 7 games.
Washington might have
wide receiver
3 day 2 wide receivers are better.
McMillan can play 2. Polk can play.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Giles Jackson probably isn't going to get that hype in the NFL because he's smaller, 5'9",
I was talking about
but
Polk. Yeah.
Giles Jackson is good too. He's the 4th wide receiver. Like Washington's wide receiver core is stacked. No, Washington's good, man. And
I'm trying to find Neighbors' stat line because I'm pretty sure he had a monster game again.
He did. Also, I mean, looking forward to 2025.
Unless he's on bye. He might be on bye.
Looking forward to 2025. Is Luther Burden just going to be like the next Jamar Chase level of a prospect?
Real talk? He looks really good, man.
He's leading the FBS in receiving right now as a sophomore.
Okay, maybe I'm stupid. I think. Oh no, here he is. Auburn, LSU. LSU won 48-18.
6 for 89
and
a touchdown.
Malik Neighbors had 6 for 89 a touchdown. Down week for Malik Neighbors because typically he goes for like 100 yards every game.
I mean, down week for a guy that literally has 860 yards in 7 games this year?
Yeah, dude. He has from that game against Mississippi State where he had 239 and 2 touchdowns. He had 13 for 239 and 2 against Mississippi State, 8 for 130 and 2 against Arkansas, 8 for 102, no touchdowns against Ole Miss, 6 for 146 and a touchdown against Mizzou last week, and then 6 for 89 and a touch against Auburn.
The craziest thing about it is you could make the argument that he's not even the most talented wide receiver in his receiving room because Brian Thomas is going to be a fucking stud too.
I don't even know who that guy is, to be honest.
Brian Thomas? Have you seen him this year? He has 9 touchdowns in 7 games. Search up Brian Thomas. No. He's sick. Like, dude, they're loaded, man. LSU offense, like McDaniel, or
he does have 9 touchdowns.
Daniels is playing well. These 2 wide receivers are fucking studs too, man. Like he only had 2 catches for 7 yards this week, but I mean, before that, he was fucking shredding every week.
Yeah.
Again, I would still take Neighbors, but it just goes to show, like, that duo is fucking elite.
Neighbors the dude, man. Neighbors is a prototype. He looks like he's 6'1", 190 pounds, and he's fast, and he's athletic, and he can do everything. Like, he looks like, I don't want to say Justin Jefferson, but, like, it looks similar.
Yeah, Odell.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same number, so it looks pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane, dude. I think you could realistically argue that 3 or 4 of these guys can go in the top 15. I'm not even exaggerating.
I think the NFL is going to be really high on Neighbors too.
Well, I'm just going to say right now, I'm a Cowboys fan. If we don't get one of those wide receivers in the first round, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, we don't need them.
It's too good.
We got Godwin, Evans, and Trey Palmer, baby.
Let's go.
Trey Palmer's good. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's a good player.
He can play.
Yeah. Perfect number 3 receiver. Ayuk or Addison and Ingram or Laporta.
Addison Laporta. Yeah, he super chatted it.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
What time are we at, by the way?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. We're doing better, guys. We're doing better. Rashad White or Amari Cooper. Nervous about Cleveland quarterback White. Yes, correct. That is okay. We're getting Addison is ketchup, Mixon is jalapeno.
How?
Maybe laugh.
Yeah, I agree with Jared. How is Addison a 1 for, like, by consensus? You guys are crazy.
I mean, you guys got a 1,
dude. Like a 1 would be like picking a Travis Etienne to go nuts this week.
Yeah,
that's the range we're talking here, or like Tyreek Hill to go nuts.
Yeah, that's a 0.
Tyreek
don't get any points for that.
He's like a 0.2.
Yeah. Pretty stoked. I got Jefferson for 3 firsts at Josh Downs. Yeah, I saw Jay Full tweeted this at me earlier today.
Nice.
Tannehill headed to the locker room Levis season. Yeah, I mean, if Tannehill's out for a significant period of time, do the Titans play Levis?
They should.
They should, absolutely, yeah.
You got to see what you have with him.
Can't be worse than him.
Well, they're a 2-4 football team. They just took this guy at the 33rd pick in the draft. You have to know if he can play. If he can't play, cool. He's going to help you get Drake May. If he can play, then you know you have a young quarterback. There's no downside to playing him.
Exactly. And Muhammad, I updated my rankings this morning. So there was, like, as of the day that I made that video, you know, I would have had certain players higher or whatever, but I adjust my rankings Sunday morning based on inactives and stuff like that. So yeah, they're not going to always be like perfect the same every single time. But
yeah, I mean, even
Addison
just like
versus Breece Hall, I would take Addison.
Even just like when I'm doing my wide receiver rankings, like that's as of Friday morning. Like there's news that's going to affect that information.
Which is why we decided, because we used to do these Wednesdays and Thursdays, and that's why we do them Friday and Saturday now, is because for the most part, there's not going to be as much change, especially in my video that goes out on Saturday.
Yeah.
All the, you know, like when I did the video, like Miles Sanders was already ruled out, Jahmyr Gibbs was already ruled out. All those guys that were like questionable are already out. The only guy that we don't know about realistically is Saquon Barkley at running back. So, Why did they trade? Yeah, literally, exactly. Hurts or Stafford? I would take Jalen Hurts there. You do not sit Jalen Hurts.
Real quick, Jags, Saints, or Bills defense this week? Going with the Bills all day. Bills play the
yeah,
Giants.
dude, Bills are like 16-point favorites against Tyrod Taylor.
All day, all day. I saw chat was agreeing too.
Yeah, Taco would be because you
spicy.
only have
spicy.
Oh
He's
yeah, I
talking to
see.
spicy. Yeah.
Right. Higgins or London? I would take London, dude. I actually think London's gonna have a good week this week.
Am I crazy, or if we've gone through this exact comment like 5
I feel like we've
times?
been asked about Higgins versus like any player.
I thought specifically Higgins versus London's been asked like 5 times.
Yeah, I just moved Higgins down. So I actually had Higgins higher than London in my rankings, but now that like I just moved Higgins.
Where do you have
down
Higgins ranked?
36.
Okay, I have him at 30.
So if anybody has Higgins questions, because like I mean we're coming close to the 1 p.m. here. Drake London, Tyler Lockett, Terry McLaurin, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, Nico Collins, Garrett Wilson, Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown. Those are the guys immediately ahead of T. Higgins for me. So if you guys have those guys and you're wondering between Higgins and those guys, that's who I have.
Quick note, by the way, and then we'll rapid fire these last few comments. You got your lineup set, right?
I'm looking right now. So Glazer said Sam Laporta will play, Darren Waller will play, Saquon Barkley game time decision.
By the way, Scott Connor tweeted this out 10 minutes ago. So in 10 dropbacks that Malik Willis played, can you guess how many times he was sacked? 10 dropbacks.
10 dropbacks? 5.
4. 4 sacks and 10 dropbacks, man. You're an NFL quarterback. Get the fucking ball out of your hands.
He's not an NFL quarterback, actually.
He's not. I mean, that's very true. That's very true.
When he wasn't good at Liberty, we probably should have known he wasn't going to be good. Like, he couldn't beat Bo Nix out. Like, freshman Bo Nix. Not good Bo Nix. Freshman Bo Nix.
I was just going to say, dude, why has Bo Nix actually become a good quarterback? Like, he's good, man. He can play.
He is good, dude. And the NFL is going to like him because he's got all the starting experience and he got better every year. That's such an NFL trope.
Is he quarterback 5 in this class?
Bill Parcells, I want to see 4-year seniors as starters or whatever.
Is Bo Nix quarterback 5 in this class, assuming Shedeur goes back?
Who's 3 and 4?
Penix and JJ.
JJ is not 4.
JJ is absolutely top 4.
Okay, well, I don't think that's a lock. I think the NFL will prefer Bo Nix, if you want my 100% honest opinion.
I mean, we could make a little side bet right now.
Like dynasty players would be like, I want the junior, but I guarantee the NFL would prefer Bo Nix. I guarantee
we can make a little side bet right now that JJ goes above Nix in the NFL draft.
Well, I'm not ready to make that until I see JJ actually play real teams.
Brother.
Danny, I could care less that JJ is beating up on tacos right now.
Michigan bias aside, dude, he's been fucking unreal.
He's been good. Beat a real team, and then we'll talk.
Sure. I mean, they're cranking everybody on their schedule right now.
Yeah, they're playing Indiana and East Carolina, bro. I hope so. They're like the best team in the country.
And they're covering. They won 52-7 last week. Against the same
Ohio State, then we can have
against the same Indiana defense that held Ohio State to 23 points. Michigan dropped 52 on them.
Okay.
I don't know, man. He looks good, man. He looks fucking
Indiana,
good.
bro. Don't care.
Bro, you're going to watch his tape after the year and you're going to be like,
he's good. He's been better this year. I'll give you that. But I don't care until he plays someone good.
He's Zach Wilson without the bird brain.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Herbert or Fields? I'm taking Justin Herbert there slightly, but I like Fields this week as well. Yes, absolutely. It was a bad investment.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's a bad reaction. I'm sorry. But like that.
Yeah, Mac Jones jersey. That's rough.
Man, could you like get the Jones taken off and like put like Mac on? And you could just add like mac and cheese or something, like just so you can work with it?
I'm trying to think like has there ever been a good number 10 that wore a Patriots jersey?
I don't know.
Because like that's a quarterback number, right? Like no other position's gonna wear that.
Patriots all time. Logan Mank. Wait, no, he's number
Logan
10.
Mankins wouldn't have worn.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? No, what the
fuck? Anyways, Matthew says Nico or Lockett. Half PPR against a juggernaut. You need the ceiling. I think Lockett is the play this week because they got the better game environment.
Trey Brown was 80, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Willis season. Yeah. Gabe Davis or Mac Jones Superflex? I would say Gabe Davis, to be honest. I don't even think it's really close.
I don't think it is either. Lost all 9-year-old me would be very sad.
Michael Penix Jr. and Drake May are calling your names, and maybe Caleb Williams potentially, because you guys are pretty bad. Lockett or Nico Collins. I'm taking Nico, but if you need a ceiling, like whoever asked this question earlier, I would take Lockett.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking through. Dude, in the listener league, I have to start Ezekiel Elliott this week because Aaron Jones is on bye, Roschon Johnson has a concussion, and Jeff Wilson didn't get cleared off the IR.
Yikes.
And I mean, Justin Jefferson is just fucking deceased.
Timothy.
I forgot that Mark Andrews had that fucking little tush push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get points for that?
He didn't get a yard, so no.
Pain.
Right. I'm gonna
we're at 12:07 right now, so we've achieved our goal. This is all gravy at this point. Nick says, start Swift, ETN, Kamara for my flex. I'm going with ETN. Okay, hold on. Good idea or no? So yeah, I mean, so you want to start all three of these players? If that's what you're asking.
Looks solid
to me. ETN, Swift, Kamara is how I would rank them. If that's what you're asking. Ertz or Komet. I'm going Komet, to be honest. And then Chuba or James Cook. I'm going James Cook there as well. Chris Carter, Vikings legend.
I agree with you.
Chris Best says, sup, boys, pick one flex PPR, London, Moss, Downs. I'm taking Drake London there. And then he said, also drop Jeff Wilson for Purdy. I have T-Law. I mean, I would just roll with Lawrence and hold Wilson for another week because I think he could be valuable.
He's going to be valuable.
Addison. We already asked that question there. Sit one, Pittman, Addison, St. Brown, Garrett Wilson. I'm sitting Garrett Wilson here. Yeah. You guys like JSN, but what y'all think of? I mean, I'm not sold on JSN.
Lukewarm. Lukewarm on both, man. Like I see the upside cases, but at the end of the day, they just have to play.
Show me something, man. Like show me both of these guys. Show me something.
Show me why I should believe in you.
Yeah.
I sound like a disappointed father when their son just does something stupid.
Yeah,
you want to believe in your kid,
disappointed in JSN and Jameson Williams. Okay, so it's 12:59. Let's get a couple questions in. Kamara, Kyron, Kamara, Tua or Burrow? Burrow. Start DJ Moore, Jalen Hurts. Hurts. What question?
Super flex? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. We already answered you, Muhammad. Don't ask it a million times. Thank you. No problem, Gavin. Tyler Lockett, Pittman, or Godwin. I am going with Pittman. There. Higgins for A-Chain, Mingo, Hunter Henry, and Darnold in a dynasty. What on earth? No, absolutely not.
Oh, dynasty. I thought that said redraft. Okay.
Higgins for A-Chain. Oh, for A-Chain. I thought it said Higgins and A-Chain. Higgins for A-Chain, Mingo, Hunter Henry, and Darnold.
Can you just scrap all the garbage on the end of this and make it
the question is A-Chain or Higgins in dynasty, basically, because Mingo, Hunter Henry, and whatever is.
Yeah. If you can get A-Chain, Mingo, and a 2, why is Hunter Henry and Darnold fucking thrown in here?
I would take a 3 over Hunter Henry and Darnold, to be honest.
I would. But
I would take A-Chain in a 2 over A-Chain, Mingo, Hunter Henry, and Darnold, to be honest. Also.
I would too.
So I would I think I'd like the A-Chain side because I think A-Chain's more valuable than Higgins, though.
I agree.
Zappy's a good pickup in Dynasty. If he's there. We already answered that. Happy Sunday, boys. PPR, KJ Osborne, Josh Reynolds, Dotson, KJ Osborne would be the guy that I would go with. But it is 1 p.m. now. So we got to 12:13 p.m. That's pretty good. I think that's not bad. Again, first come, first serve, as we always say here. So if you want to make sure your questions get answered, get in here early, turn the notification bell on, get it in here at like 11:40 a.m. And then you don't have to super chat us. And we don't want to make you guys have to super chat to get your questions answers, but of course we do appreciate all the super chats that we do get. So shout out to you guys for the support. And if you want our weekly rankings, of course, link down below in the description for that. You can get our rest of season rankings there as well. We're going to try and make a concerted effort to make sure our rest of season rankings are updated every Monday morning so that you guys can go out and make your trades and get your shit going on that you need to do. So we'll try and make sure that our rest of season rankings are up to date every Monday around like noon or something. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Our Dynasty rankings, of course, experienced a big update this week, 2024 prospects and all that good stuff. So with that being said, enjoy the games. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.